All right, guys, welcome back. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of the broadcast here, we got game number 3. This is it, our final game of the night here, the Starladder I-League Star Series Invitational, season number 2, our European qualifiers. And ultimately, one of these teams are going to be moving on to the $100,000 LAN event to take place in mid-May there.
Reserve time.
One of these two teams is just simply trying to stay alive here in the tournament. They're trying to move on to play Vega Squadron in the next round. We got Anji versus Elements Pro Gaming here in this best of 3 game number 3. So this is it. I'm Breaky CPK, going to be your host here even. been an entertaining day to say the least of some Dota 2. This is our second of 2 best of 3s, and both of them going the distance right here. So making for some good stuff throughout. But an interesting game number 2 that definitely brought another level of it, to say the least. Wasn't the most spectator-friendly at times as far as a lot of passive play coming out, but we had the anti-mage on the side of Anji, not in the hands of Havosto, as you may have expected if you happen to miss it. That Yoku actually playing it. He is their carry player on this team. Havosto instead plays that off lane. And ultimately did a very good job, though. The anti-mage clearly proved to be way too much of an issue to handle. And so EPG just simply had to concede in the end. But here we are, game number 3. The Magnus priority being made. That was their first pick, Magnus, coming out for Elements Pro. So they kind of take it away, if anything, from Team Anji. Anji here. You got Rubik and Monkey King, though, are the responses, and the Warlock. So pretty traditional kind of couple of early picks here coming out for either side when it comes to the draft so far. So not surprised to be seeing that now, how things are going to transition as we pick up here. And no Ember Spirit, of course, has been pretty popular in general. I believe, EPG has played Ember Spirit both of these games so far. And frankly, in both games he did pretty well, even in game 2 there, despite in the losing effort. Going more of that old school Battle Fury into Daedalus build, but still not enough. Despite some impressive damage, wasn't able to outlast that anti-mage and just the push of the team as a whole and what they could do. So we're going to see what direction they go this time around. We're going to see the Slark ban coming out from Anji. And that kind of goes back to that draft 2 of the previous game and how they final picked a Clockwork, making them run a one-position Abaddon in that game. And just, again, how clearly they had a different idea of how that game was supposed to play out. I mean, ultimately trying to win the game after all, but it really just felt out of place. The Abaddon just simply wasn't able to become that threat that they were definitely hoping for. I mean, I think that's one of the bigger reasons why he's in the offlane, because, again, you build him as both a mix of that aura utility, but also the idea that he can get the Radiance eventually. And he's kind of just not necessarily a walking ultimate, but he's just this tank that's an issue to deal with. Sure, but he's not necessarily putting out the most himself as far as damage. So that's fine on a support utility and offlane option, but when you're running it as your one position, you ideally want that to be doing being a threat in those fights, and he just simply wasn't for what we saw in most of that last game. So, and that's pretty evident, though. I think even if you ask EPG, they would be open to suggest that, they may have made a mistake there with the end of the draft. But still, well played by Anji, and now we have Sand King coming out with their 3rd pick. So, going to see the Sand King for the first time today. I haven't seen him yet in both of these series. Seen him banned a couple of times, but not picked up, so fun to see it here. They got the Magnus Warlock combo, though, on the side of EPG. Obviously, already a lot of Wombo combo coming out. Definitely a couple of abilities yet again, though, that Rubik is going to be good for stealing here. And in fact, going back one more time to the Abaddon, Rubik, he really did a hell of a job last game, stealing those aphotic shields there and using them against what was the Radiant side last game, and almost more effectively, if anything. So, but this time around, definitely, again, the RP, the Chaotic offering a couple of really big ultimates that he can steal if he gets the positioning for it. Earth Spirit going to be that 3rd pick coming out for Elements Pro right here.
10 seconds remaining.
And now we'll see what direction Anji decides to go. They still need their middle. They still need their one position, similar to the other side, in fact. As long as they play the traditional spots here. It didn't happen so much last game, but expecting that. They're going to go with Ursa on the side of Anji. Want the quick kills earlier on, that snowball effect, the in-your-face. You can't deal with this style, so going to be good for picking off heroes such as the Warlock, especially earlier on in the game.
10 seconds
EPG going to have to figure out how to deal with that. Get a more of a kite You know, we saw the
5
Lich
seconds
earlier,
remaining.
actually. Wasn't that the first game of the series? God, that was a... I'm trying to think back now. Again, it's been a long day. I want to say that was the first game of the series we saw Lich. Yeah, that was the Lich Sven Treant Protector game. That's right, for EPG. So, you know, speaking of Lich and what he brought, I mean, the idea of all that armor could be useful against the likes of somebody like an Ursa, but I guess already with the Earth Spirit and the Warlock, though, that's probably not going to be happening here. I do wonder, though, if Sven is maybe something they're also thinking about again. Perhaps, speaking of that first game. They're going to use a bit of reserve time here to decide who they want with that 4th pick. Either that mid or the safe lane you figure. They're going to go for the Ember Spirit the 3rd game in a row, so brought that up at the beginning. They decide to go with the Ember Spirit. Again, even in the loss, he still overall played well, and he's played both of the builds now, so who knows what direction he's going to go this time around. Like I said, I really think that was kind of a reaction to last game to simply how the game started, how Anti-Mage especially was getting so far ahead. They needed a way to really do the split push and be that damaged physical threat. And perhaps give them a chance for the comeback. But especially, too, with the Abaddon carry again, or in that one position, they needed more of that right-click presence. But again, it wasn't enough, so expecting still more of the lately traditional.
Radiant team pick.
As they'll ban Shadow Fiend out, and the Troll ban on the other side. Meanwhile, so EPG, who will they give for Swift Ending? Sark being banned, again, a hero he plays often. Juggernaut is not on the table, that's right. Get somebody that could
10 seconds
feel
remaining.
useful with the Magnus and Power is most certainly one of the directions they're looking to go here. But a lot of those traditional ones are taken out again. You already got the ban on Juggernaut, Lifestealer even. Terrorblade was not one. And so that's going to be the direction EPG decides to go here. And the good old Terrorblade. That Empower definitely could be useful for him, most certainly. Like the Terrorblade option here. Sunder, always a fun ability to look for as well.
5 seconds remaining.
And now Cyber Anzi, they have plenty of time to respond to this.
Reserve time.
What do they feel it would be a good option in the middle lane? OD still on the board, perhaps. I guess if they're worried about Illusion Clear, I mean, they do have like a Sand King and even the Rubik with the Fade Bolt. Monkey King can assist with that, but perhaps could try to prioritize a little bit more on Illusion Clear presence. Never mind. They're going for that single target. They're going all in on the physical side of things, and they're going to go the TA in the end. So I like the matchup there of the TA versus the Ember Spirit. And again, a lot of individual physical damage pickoff coming out on the side of Cyber Anzi. So they can lock down the Terrorblade especially. Also the Ember Spirit for that matter. Speaking of that, I mean, the lockdown, it's one of those cases, again, so much like in the last game, I was referring to what was EPG's side. It's all right. It's nothing to write home about, but well, they got Sand King, they got Rubik, but Ursa and TA not going to really be bringing that. Of course, Shockwave will slow them down, or Urshock even, but doesn't really have the lockdown pending item pickups eventually.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Here we go. Game number 3, guys. This is it. EPG versus Cyber Anzi. See which team moves on to face Vega Squadron here in the following round. That'll be a later day in the week. I believe tomorrow we're going to continue on to the other first-round matches of what is Pro Dota versus Team Spirit, and then Pentasports going up against Effect there. So another couple of series that I could see it going either way, honestly. Tomorrow's definitely setting up to be another fun day here, so hopefully you guys are looking forward to that as well. I believe it's set up for the same time as we had today, of what is 17 Central European Time, or 11 a.m. Eastern. So look forward to seeing you guys then. But back to this one again. So game number 3. Here we go. Ports out. Chew. All the way back, or down to the bottom lane even. The smoke up. Has that ward. Ready to place. Looks like he gets it down. LeBron Dota was spotted, though, in the area. So saw some pinks coming out from Cyber Anzi. over here. Wonder if we're going to see any sentries brought to take care of that. Do you see me? That's pretty interesting. I guess you could just ask. You know, they're trying to get them to respond to whether or not there's actually a ward there. Dang. Well played. Well played. They should be able to find this, though. Sentry's giving a Monkey King. I feel like, yeah, they're pretty confident in the area. It's which place. They're probably placed it like right here. Okay, yeah, just a little bit south, but yeah, they happen to guess it. So nice counter ward off the bat. Meanwhile, the other wards looks like they're going to be sticking, including both at the dire side. You get one down here. You get one in the middle lane as well. As far as the Radiant goes, they do have their ward up here. Protecting some roams from happening to set up some kills, perhaps. All right, so how are the lanes going to be set up? It's going to be Monkey King down here at the bottom lane, paired up with the Sand King, actually. Monkey King, of course, getting that tree dance first. Has the Primal Spring set up. If they can catch Warlock maybe a little too far up here. They definitely see him now, of course, with the Observer Ward. And Rubik's also coming down here, so yeah, they're going to definitely look for a first blood here. You know, last game took 9 minutes. Hopefully much faster this game, and a lot of potential as we have a try versus Charlie. In fact, Warlock is completely out of position now. He's going to be lifted up. Easy Primal Spring, kind of connecting, I guess. In comes the help, though, with the barrel roll. Somebody's going to die. Who's going to die first is the question. Chew, he will go down first. Swift ending with credit for the first blood. The Warlock kill on the Shadow Ward's keeping him alive just barely. And now No Fear wants a chance for the kill, but it's going to come at a cost. A double kill for Swift, ending on the Terrorblade. That is not what you want at all. What a start here for EPG just because of that. Oh, no, you feel for Cyber Aussie after that. I mean, the coordination in the first place seemed a little off. I think the Primal Spring still technically hit, but, yeah, LeBron Dota coming in. They clearly were not expecting that and kind of threw them off. And obviously no passive yet on Monkey King, so his damage output necessarily wasn't the greatest either. Warlock, great use of the Shadow Word heal on himself. Stays alive. Just beautiful play all around from EPG. And giving up the double kill to Terrorblade, that's the biggest thing. He already has boots and now the 4-man shield out. You know, so they're going to jump him right here, but imagine if he doesn't have those items. I mean, he could possibly be dead here, but he does, so he stays alive, barrel roll away. And Swift ending, he should be fine. Yeah, they can't really chase him down. No more mana on Sand King. So doesn't have another Burrow Strike. And he'll go back to farming in the lane. So should be a tough lane still over. I mean, the idea on paper, it seems like between the Rubik, Sand King, and Monkey King, they definitely have kill potential, but obviously the slow start here and giving up the double tap initially really setting them behind. Terrorblade feeling very comfortable as a result of all this. So, but there are other lanes. Let's take a look here real quickly. Ursa versus the Magnus. Magnus holding his own, but Ursa adding those furry swipes up. Definitely an issue. Middle lane matchup, TA versus the Ember Spirit. And they picked up this TA into the Ember Spirit, knowing the matchup, but right now Ember Spirit's having the better, and the Dire Courier gets picked off. Oh no. I guess that, yeah, that was on the way back right there because nothing on it, but still. Good roam by Earth Spirit. He's done a hell of a job already. Bottom lane, they want to dive on this Warlock again. We saw what happened last time, though. He does not have the Shadow Word on himself this time, though. It's offensive use, meanwhile. So they're probably going to get him killed. He's trying to get the turn kill on a Havost, but it's not going to happen. You know, Warlock was actually attacking Chu right there. I guess the Fatal Bonds, but no, he didn't even have Fatal Bonds spread. So if he was attacking the Sand King instead, a couple of auto attacks, that may have done him in. Maybe not. Poor man shield, and now he's going to pop the shrine anyways. Ember Spirit. Back to him, though. He is winning this middle matchup so far, and obviously now no Courier on the Dire side, so proving to be an issue. Terrorblade, Power Tread's just about already finished for him, though. We still kind of see how safe he's playing. He knows that they have decent lockdown, and solid rotation could result in a kill, so doesn't want to give them an easy chance. Warlock, though, now has the level 2 Shadow Word. And they're going to go to Monkey King, actually. Metamorphosis activated. They're committing for this kill big time, and it's going to work off. Swift ending yet another kill, but at what cost for his spirit? He may end up falling. Nice use of the magic wand, but not going to be enough for the stick even. But you know what? They get the kill on a Swift ending and a 1-for-1 exchange. Not too shabby for this Radiant side. So Terrorblade, any questions if it was going to be a difficult start or not have definitely been answered. He's 3-0-0 right here. Against CS-wise, he's not exploding by any means, but a net worth, he's not surprised to see up top there because of those hero kills involved. But Ursa keeping track. See, he's essentially having free farm up here.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Monkey King going in again. Primal Spring, Boundless Strike. Metamorphosis going to wear off right there. That doesn't really matter though. Monkey King just simply harassing. And now LeBron Dota makes his way to the middle lane. Perhaps trying to make a play on the TA here. He overextends, but with that Flame Guard push and a double damage rune for Ember Spirit, that's going to go right into the tower there. Warlock just continues to work with the pole camp, but action here in Game 3 definitely much different already. You see that slight 1,000 lead here in favor of EPG. Experience practically even, but only 5.5 minutes in, so kind of expected by Terrorblade. Again, already the power treads. Ring of Aquila. Ring of Aquila. Ring of Aquila. I've heard that pronounced so many different ways. Aquila, Aquila, Aquila. I say Aquila. I feel like it's one of those, like, you could just say different ways. Shu, meanwhile, he's going to be rolled on. Barrel roll in. There's a Boulder Smash on 2, actually. Burrow Strike is ready. Avoids will finally find the opportunity to use it. It's good enough to save his Monkey King, though. The Shadow Word ticking him down. One more tick. Yeah, that will be enough. Eating the trees, not enough. So nice kill there on a Monkey King. Now the 4-2 start. Gogi, Warlock, having a hell of a start there because of all this action. 1-1 and 2 has early boots, 600, almost 700 gold actually saved up. Go back to this Ursa though. What is he looking to farm first? He looks like he's going to Vlad's actually. So he's not going to be trying to get that blink as soon as possible. Instead, going to go Vlad's. Maybe set up for that early Roshan kill here. Ember Spirit almost died here in the middle lane, but puts a Revenant down and go back to base. And he'll fly back in when necessary. Right there. So has the bottle ready to go. Ring of Aquila finished on him. Almost finished as well on Terrorblade, in fact. Sand King of Ost, he's doing pretty decent. Tranquil Boots and the Poor Man Shield. 2,300 net worth. Level 5, I guess. But yeah, overall, it's the intentions of this lane, especially with setting the Monkey King down here initially, to lock down the Terrorblade, that is, but clearly has not worked out because of how things started. TA, meanwhile, getting low in the jungle right there, but just simply finishing off the farm. We saw the TA in the earlier series, 2 of the games, in fact, some very good stacks going on, and really just allowing for the Templar Assassin to snowball, so keep an eye on that this time around. So far, no ancient stacks that I can tell here on the Dire side. It's a little unfortunate. He's just simply trying to finish his power treads at this point. So yeah, has not been the best of starts. He's finding himself in the jungle. Rubik's actually taken over leeching experience here in the middle lane. But now Earth Spirit's roaming on bout. Has that smoke up with the Ember Spirit, the brothers. Or I don't even know what they are. I don't really know the lore on these guys. But anyways, they're going to find TA. Oh no. That's a free kill. Ember Spirit goes in. The mill. That ain't going to save him. You will get caught there. So TA, life has been a struggle so far. And life just got that much more struggling. Ursa top lane, the Morbid Mask. Again, on his way to a Vlad's here. Just about has it finished. But doesn't have that Blink Dagger threat. Won't have that for a bit, as mentioned. Magnus, meanwhile, 1,300 gold saved up. Has the Arcane Boots here. So his own Blink Dagger is coming along nicely. Terrorblade really just keeping things pretty traditional. Even chose to get the infused raindrops built in there, but now has the Yasha into the Manta style queued up. Warlock, is he level 6? No, he's level 5 here. There's 1,000 gold saved up, actually. So Warlock, you know, Hand of Midas tends to be pretty popular on such a hero. And hell, last game we saw the 4 out of the 5 heroes getting Hand of Midas on EPG. See if that's the case here again. Warlock going to be dove on again. No chaotic offering. They know this Epicenter committed, but here comes a response, so they get the kill. But at what cost now for Havost? Barrel roll in connects. Here comes the skewer on through, and down goes the Sand King. Now can they chase after Chu here? That's the question. Doesn't look like they're going to be able to. The Shockwave will miss. Going to keep hopping around. Swift ending. He's still scouting out. So is Mitch. Oh, they see him fly right there. They saw him fly by. Yeah, they're not going to be able to catch him, though. He's going to skewer through the trees, but obviously at that point, he's already gone. Meanwhile, there's that Roshan kill. Again, the Vlad's finished, so very easy Roshan kill for Ursa. And now he has the Aegis, but that's pretty expected there. Clearly, EPG's not making it high priority. They're saying, sure, Ursa, do your thing, win your lane. We'll go ahead and win the game elsewhere.
Dire's middle tower
Will that bite them in the ass or not? We'll have to find out.
Structures are fortified.
Magnus, Blink, he has 1,600 gold saved up. Almost there.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Middle lane, Ember Spirit, cutting the creep wave even. Looking to take out the mid tier 1 tower. Rubik, though, as well as the TA, not going to let that be easy. Warlock, still not level 6, but he is rotating towards the top lane. Going to be seen doing so. Give information to Ursa to fall back. He has 1,000 gold almost saved up, so that Blink Dagger, it's going to be coming along nicely. As Ember Spirit ports out before he's found there. Here comes that stack, those we're mentioning. It's only a double stack here, but still something that TA is going to thrive off of. And he's going to be going the early Blink Dagger here. Again, we saw the earlier TA in the other series. He went the Desolator both times and just really was able to snowball off of that idea, but yeah, this has been a recovery game. Wants to get that Blink Dagger for the mobility. If anything, also follow up the Ursa right here. And so that's going to be a nice boost of farm for her. Still going to be a little bit short, though. Ursa, meanwhile, he's hunting. No Blink Dagger just yet. Not going to find anyone, though. Magnus holding off the bottom lane. Is going to be joined by Earthspirit, it looks like. Oh, wow. That almost connected right away. They knew Monkey King was here. Skewer on in. He has an RP. He's going to use it. They better get this kill. Oh, no. Burrow strike in. Here comes the epicenter. So the RP not only going to be wasted, but we're going to see some turn kills coming out. A 2-for-0 in favor of Anji. Yeah, it's, you know, missing that skewer initially. That was the question. Is like, was he going to commit the RP? He chose to, but unfortunately the teammates were nearby, and great job by the Dire side responding to that and getting a turn kill without a death, and now pressure at the bottom lane. Ursa's here. And that also means Magnus, that Blink Dagger, is going to be delayed quite a bit longer.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
And there's the bottom tower. Terrorblade pushing to the top lane. Meanwhile, it does have its Yasha.
Dire's
style
middle
coming
tower
along.
is under
Chaotic
attack.
Offering is now ready to go for Warlock. Going to look for that opportunity here.
Dire's
Use it
middle
effectively
tower
as the
has
middle tower
fallen.
goes down, though. Ember Spirit. Doing a good job there again. Ping Vinsec has been on this hero all 3 games now. He's going to be stunned in, though. Monkey King following it up. No. Gets out with the remnants. Try to stagger the lockdown there, but even if that balance strike hits, probably not going to kill him anyways. Ember Spirit will pop the shrine. Meanwhile, Ursa's in the Radiant jungle right here by himself. He's feeling comfortable. Now, again, he has the Aegis. So a little more reason why, but if they can kill him and surround him, that could be a dangerous spot to be in. But obviously, he's not being seen. In fact, there's vision here pretty aggressive from the Dire side, so he feels very comfortable with where he's at.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
He's going to walk on by the Ember Spirit, who is not going to run at him, but not going to be much of a threat. Again, the bot's finished on Ember Spirit, working on the Maelstrom now. Middle tower. A little bit of damage right there, but EPG by no means going to give this up freely. Definitely ready to fight again. Chaotic Offering online, ready to go. So they feel very comfortable. They have Metamorphosis. The Empower applied to the Terrorblade as well. Stunning action. They catch the Ember Spirit. The RP even committed, but the Remnant out. Oh, the RP in response. What am I saying? I was like, how did he get out of that? But that makes a lot more sense. So Magnus making the quick RP reaction right there to save his teammate. So, again, if it really saved him in the end, then obviously worth it. But now they don't have that threat. He also showed off his Blink Dagger right there. Now we have Anji feeling a little more comfortable about pushing this. That Aegis, though, can't be up for much longer. In fact, there you go. It's going to be reclaimed. However, Regen Rune will put Ursa at full life and full mana. Meanwhile, over here, Terrorblade, he gets caught somewhat, but the Epicenter only tickling a little damage right there. They did not get the stun on him. And now the response coming out. Mitch, he's chasing. Boundary Rune picked up by Sand King. Nice Boulder Smash stun. And he's skewing backwards. Maybe he will be able to. Silence comes out, but he is just going to go for the TP. Not going to work. So well played. Good chase there on a Havost. And they eventually secure him dead. But now Ursa will take the time to finish off that middle tower right there. And even just keep on pushing somewhat here in the middle lane. Ember Spirit top lane. Going to make his way out. As they're trying to run him down, but manages to be slippery enough and escape out of there. He actually has the Veil queued up, and it looks like he is going to be going the Veil here. So just deciding to go after the bots and the Ring of Aquila. So later on Veil. Be nice synergy with the Magnetize. Yeah, Magnus with that Shockwave going through. And of course Warlock. Chaotic Offering. Nice damage hand for the team. Spirit, meanwhile, he gets cut down. The Searing Chains will lock Ursa in place for now. He has Enraged, though, if need be. See Reflections put up. Slowing down a little bit. They kind of want to chase this. Magnus skewers on, and he actually caught Monkey King in the midst of it. The Chaotic Offering goes down, and Monkey King melts like it's hot right there. No fear. Better be fearing right now. He goes down, too, and a 2 for nothing. Only the supports, though, to be fair. Anji ultimately will escape as a team. Especially the Ursa. But now going to make use of the Chaotic Offering more so and push his top lane as well as the illusions of Terrorblade.
Dire's top tower is under
And a minus on Warlock. I believe it's being delivered to him actually, so that's coming out. Manta Style going to be finished as well from this top tower push, that Metamorphosis. Making use of the duration right here. What was that about? Middle lane. That was LeBron Dota getting picked off.
Middle tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack.
Terrorblade still going with the illusions. You see the Chaotic Offering. Meanwhile, the Golem's farming in the Dire jungle. Eventually going to die off right there, but good job by Warlock making use of the Chaotic Offering as, holy crap, middle lane again. It looks like Mitch goes down this time. Apologize there for missing that one. The Enraged pop, though, by Ursa. Combo from Spirit. This will be a big kill. Nice bounty kill for them. Enraged is going to wear off, but they're just so slowed, man. They cannot run him down right here, so he is going to survive. Oh, maybe not, actually. Wow, the dot as well as the Fatal Bonds being attached with the Ancients right there. He does go down in the end. Well played. And so, like I said, a nice bounty. Warlock actually feeling that. 435 gold for him. That's their first kill on Ursa, who's now 2-1-1 here. So, Ember Spirit with that Veil finished. RP is back up, ready to go
tower is under attack.
For the Magnus here. Terrorblade, the Manta Style, and the Eye of Scotty now queued up, has 1,100 gold already saved up.
They'll never see me.
The overall chart here, it's dipped in favor of EPG now after being earlier in favor of Anji. Again, Ursa to thank for that. Now his death, understandably, kind of changing some things. Now for EPG, the idea that that never turns around, especially snowballing with the Terrorblade start as Gogi. Uh-oh. Wukong's command, Boundless Strike. That should be a dead Warlock. Yeah. He had his heal, but cast animation and everything probably wasn't going to be worth it. They want to get revenge, though. Can they maybe catch Monkey King? Boulder Smash connects. Here comes the Magnus. He has RP, but we saw what happened last time. Does he really want to commit it here? Shockwave, the fire remnants. Okay, they will secure it. Mitch I'm sure was antsy about that, but they eventually do come through with a kill, so well played. Meanwhile, TA, he's kind of been quiet lately, but TA does have the Desolator finish now. So the big Desolator pickup. Amping that damage quite a bit. Roshan up in just over a minute now. Don't know if that's going to be a point of interest right away by any means, but something to keep in mind here. Terrorblade choosing to get the 6 health regen talent, by the way, over the attack speed here. Making a little bit more survivability. Taking a look at some talent points. A Spell Amp, of course, on Ember Spirit. Ursa chose to get his damage, and level 15 talent going to be coming up soon. Ursa has that BKB in the works, by the way. Definitely proved to be very useful this game. Will negate Ember Spirit quite a bit. Don't think we've seen Terrorblade use the Sunder just yet, or hasn't really necessarily needed the opportunity to use it.
Radiant's bottom
Going to look for that, though, in an upcoming fight. Bottom tower push, though. Secondary, you got some vision around Ursa. Going to go for the tower. Well, his teammates kind of playing vision over here. In fact, Rubik basically being that bait for the team. They're smoking on through, though. Is EPG trying to go in a very good flank spot right here, and they're making their way around. Definitely going to look to engage right here. The tower goes down. The silence immediately on Ursa. Rubik gets picked off immediately, though, back here. And here we go with Magnus going in. The RP no is going to be canceled. He chose to hold it off right there. And the good decision because Sand King Burrow striked away, but Sand King, can he actually make the escape now? Chasing him down. Blink Dagger up. Can he maybe catch the right direction? No, they cannot in time. Magnus went elsewhere, and thus Sand King survives. So all they get was the Rubik kill out of it. At least they did not use RP, though, but with this Metamorphosis is now going to push this bottom lane. Making use of it once again. But look at this Ursa. Going for Roshan meanwhile. So they're going to give up another Aegis here. What will they give it to this time? TA is going to pick this one up. Nope, it's going to give it back to Ursa. He's the one that's going in there. Magnus, or Sand King, excuse me. He is setting up here. Level 2 Epicenter, good to go. Waiting for the channel. The Boast, you're going to find it. BKB just purchased. You feel like something's going to be happening right here. Ping's coming out. Oh, he's going to be stopped, though. The Flame Guard, can he maybe stop the TP? No. He did not see it happening. The tower will just fall in the end. Well played there by the Radiant side. EPG not really giving them the best opening if they wanted to take it, because clearly Sand King was waiting for it, but couldn't find it. And they also get the tower killed on top of that, so okay. Good play by EPG as a whole. And now Terrorblade falls back into his own jungle. He's going to be run down by Ursa, though, but again, he has a Sunder here. Ursa pops in range. There's the Sunder coming out, so now Ursa is going to fall back. Very early Sunder. By Swift ending, it felt like. Maybe if they baited him out a little bit further, but I don't know if he was going to chase either. Obviously, he knows of that threat. And now Monkey King trying to scout out with this Invis rune he has picked up, but there's a sentry here, so he's being seen currently. However, not going to be able to take advantage of it, so he'll be fine. The Aegis up on Ursa, of course. Again, that BKB as well with the Enrage. Going to be a very difficult target to stop here. Monkey King being very cautious.
Radiant's middle tower is
waiting for them to creep up a little bit too far. Has that Boundless Strike good to go. Back to Vos, also in a good spot. See top lane, Terrorblade. He's split pushing meanwhile. Trying to finish that Eye of Scotty here. Tier 2 tower. How much are they going to want to defend this? Doesn't seem like too much. They're not overall too concerned about their outer towers. Base it's where it's at, and it's going to be a very difficult team to push into, especially with this Warlock again. He actually chose to get a Mechanism first here. And now he's going to go Arcane Boots into the Guardian Greaves. Nice team fight tool there. Magnus with the Force Staff. And you have Earth Spirit. It's going to be the Medallion of Courage. Going to be turned into that Solar Crest now. Next as well. So the graph continues to be the dipping dive in every which direction. Clearly anyone's game at this point. Ursa, what's his next item? Looks like the Skull Basher into the Abyssal Blade. At least a Skull Basher for now. TA has her BKB finished, actually, so some really key items coming out here on this dire side here. Magnus, still haven't seen that big RP used just yet. Waiting for it from Mitch. Looking for that opportunity. As a team making their way to the top lane, EPG. I'm going to say they should probably feel pretty comfortable about pushing now, especially Terrorblade having the eye of Scotty. Is the Aegis still on Ursa? It is. Can't be for much longer, though. So now the game of avoiding one another. Dire side goes for the scan, but seeing that nobody's there. Someone will assist on farm and some more. Ursa still looking to be aggressive here. May try to jump the Magnus. Has teammates coming in. There's Monkey King. In fact, Ursa follows and Magnus just melts. Obviously no chance at a reaction there for the Radiant side. So nice find. Magnus dead for a good 35 seconds here. Now the Radiant side, though, going to push out the bottom lane. Try to prevent Cyber from doing too much here. But the top tier 2 tower going to be pressured and very likely killed here.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
I'll take your tribute.
So that is the last outer tower now remaining, going down for EPG.
Radiant's top tower.
It's on their base, but again, with that chaotic offering, and things like the Magnetize and RP, it's just going to be very tough to really siege this team.
Gold and sweet.
BKBs ideally will help with that. But we haven't seen a fight yet since the BKBs have been picked up. Again, still both on 10 seconds, I believe. Unless any misclicks happen or something like that. Nope.
Haste.
Still the 10-second BKBs. There's the reclaim on the Aegis. So that was the second one, remember. So the next one will be a third Roshan. Thus Cheese coming out. I continue to see Ursa way up here, man. It's like he's a bot just going in circles now. The same area is just controlling this whole area of the map. It just shows you how scared they are to fight right now on the Radiant side, especially deal with that Ursa. Terrorblade, though, is top of the charts when it comes to net worth. Dragonlance now queued up. He's level 16. He did choose to get the 200 life talent here. So, yeah, he's playing much more the surviving build. You know, he's passed up the attack speed, passed up the damage. Went to this Manta. Now I have Scotty here ASAP, so bulking up here. Does have the Empower to assist with damage, though, so perhaps, if anything, a reason for said talent points, or maybe it's just simply what Terrorblades usually do. If you're overlooking that. Ember Spirit, his Lincoln Sphere, and now a Shiva is coming along. Ember yet again a successful game. Seems like the Radiant side pretty comfortable deciding as far as making a push now. Maybe with the Aegis no longer a concern. Monkey King gets caught, by the way. The tree's burnt down, and he will end up going down. So good find there. Well played by Ember Spirit to take out the trees. Lincoln's throwing on a Terrorblade as he's sieging the base now, and that's going to be an easy siege in the end. So there's a tier 2 dead. Ember Spirit goes bottom lane. He does have Remnant at the top lane to fly back into and join the team when necessary. There we go. So now Terrorblade leading the way up here. Force staff out from Havost as he stuns in. The Lincoln's constantly being applied to Terrorblade, though, so I'm going to take that off initially. Rubik currently has a Skewer stolen. And he has a Blink Dagger, actually, so that could be interesting if he's able to catch somebody.
Coin of the realm.
TA busy farming out the bottom lane, though, working on that Butterfly. As the Eagle Song already purchased, so just about there, in fact. And Ags just finished also on Sand King. So has that extra range now, being able to get in there. God, we have not seen the Chaotic Offering used often this game. It's only been once? Maybe twice. No, I think it's been used twice here. Not that it's a fault of Warlock again, but it just really shows you again how much limited fights we've had in this game. It's starting to feel a lot like last game. In fact, the start was much better as far as the action went, but toned down, and we've been playing a lot of the evasive game now, especially for EPG. Again, they really just continue to get Farm and Terrorblade the split push with him and the Amber Spirit, proving to be their game plan here. Cyber Anji. Anyways, a Dire side, they're all about the solo pickoff. That's what they're specialists at, between Ursa and TA especially. Of course, EPG aware of that, and so they are playing it smart. Again, not the most spectator-friendly maybe, but if you can appreciate good Dota in that form, then perhaps it is. Terrorblade is sending out the illusions here, pushing out the creep waves as he continues to farm elsewhere. And the Dragonlance already purchased now to the 3,200 gold saved up, so the Butterfly on him too is going to be a reality. And they're making a smoke play, his EPG. Sand King the closest target, but with a Forest Staff, Burrow Strike, and a Blink Dagger, not easy to catch. He's going to join up with the TA at the top lane, actually, and they're flanking all the way around, so this is interesting now. The meld on TA. They're going to find Sand King right here. Skewer on in. RP, no, he's not going to. Okay, that was a cancel. He will use it over here, but he missed, actually. Sand King does get away in the end, and they miss everybody. It's been a tough game for Mitch here on this Magnus. Has frankly not had the best of RPs here. That was also good reactions, though. Havost, it kind of took a while, it felt like. Wasn't very instant reactions by any means, but either side, they're kind of like, wait, is that a real thing? Finally went in and then eventually made the escape. Bottom lane, Ember Spirit. Getting that refraction off. Now Rubik's nearby, but oh, he's going to get away before. So no catch there. And then Ursa, he'll just continue to farm elsewhere. I feel like he has these cycles. He just goes throughout the whole map, just winds around. Just goes all throughout. Okay, that's not what I wanted to draw. Anyways, you get the point. So the Yags queued up now for Ursa. The Enrage, the BKB, the Yags. Good luck stopping this Ursa, once he has that especially. TA has that Butterfly finished. MKB now queued up, but Terrorblade. Wait, what? Oh, he went to BKB. Okay, I was like, hey, wait, he had a lot more gold than that. He actually ends up clicking a BKB first. And then the Butterfly for him still is queued up. Actually, I wonder, though, if he may change that now, seeing that the Butterfly has been picked up on TA, if he may go more of the MKB route himself now.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Arcane power.
Lavos just sitting bottom, waiting for somebody to peek out. Level 2 Epicenter. It's only level 2, so by himself, I don't think he's getting a kill really on anyone here. I guess maybe the Warlock. Outside of that, though, seems like it could be pretty difficult. Sticking nearby for information. The Illusion and the Trap going to scout out Roshan here, meanwhile. So both sides, they know it's up, and no surprise, they're in the area. Terrorblade is going to send in another Illusion. Definitely a lot of potential for an actual fight to happen here, though. I assume Havost has a TP. Yes, there's 3 of them, in fact. So he's going to be able to join if necessary, as he'll split push that bottom lane. Ember Spirit going to go in. He catches Monkey King again. Knows that's a typical spot. I don't know if it was that or if they just saw him for a split second, but either way, they catch Monkey King, and now with him dead, they're going to open up a Roshan chance. Monkey King does have buyback.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
They really want to try to defend this. Doesn't seem like they are, though. Sand King still pushing the bottom lane. Putting pressure on the tower. You see at the top lane, actually. TA doing his thing, too, on the Tier 3 tower, getting a lot of damage into it. So trying to be a distraction elsewhere, but now Magnus going to be lifted up. He has an RP. And a Shockwave play distraction. Chaotic Offering is ready to go as well. Yoku Roshan will stay alive. In fact, Yoku playing distraction himself. Chaotic Offering going off. T in the background. Picks off the Warlock, though. The RP going to be used to lock him down, trying to live, if anything. But that IF Scotty now kiting on Ursa, or preventing the kite, if anything. Ursa will end up falling, so a big kill with that Metamorphosis of Swift ending. And now TA has to go elsewhere. Again, he got the quick pick on a Warlock, but not much after. The RP used defensively, at least keeps Magnus alive. And now middle lane, Havos going for the solo kill on LeBron Dota. That's not going to happen, though, at least not just yet. Can he chase him down? Maybe, but it's going to come at a cost for sure. He gets pushed back, and down goes the Sand King, and now Monkey King, the other of the kings, he's going to fly away in the trees. And TA just continued to push top lane while it was happening, though. So at least he gets a tier 3 out of it, so something is going to be positive for CyberAnzi. And Earth Spirit was picked off eventually too, but again with Ursa falling right there, Terrorblade showing that he's going to be very difficult to deal with from the Ursa especially. I don't even think he used his Sunder last fight. He might have and I just missed it, but he's going to try to finish off the Roshan now. 10 more seconds for Ursa. They may still be able to fight this if they want, but they don't have Epicenter. They don't have Wukong's command. It would be a very risky jump. So yeah, it's going to be picked up by Terrorblade. Just not worth it. And that's just something else I'll have to deal with now. With a 15 agility picked up. On Terrorblade to top it all off, and another 3,400 gold. So again, he still has that butterfly queued. Lotusaur picked up by Magnus meanwhile. Definitely potential to be a strong item here. It's just utility to have. MKB just around the corner from being finished on TA meanwhile. Actually has the gold to finish it here. Middle lane Ursa. Let me jump here actually. Yeah, barrel roll in. There's a boulder smash flying on through. Skewer backwards. Into the auto attacks now. He's going to pop the Rage and the BKB. Is it actually going to be enough, though? Maybe. Rubik lifts him up. Warlock, the upheaval, was out of range, and he's able to blink dagger away further. So good getaway there from him and even the Rubik.
Gold and sweet.
It's not like they committed the biggest abilities by any means, but still. Missing a kill onto Ursa.
Regeneration.
They'll keep going, though, down the middle lane.
Is under attack.
That's now a secondary middle tower kill. That is the last outer tower kill in favor of Elements Pro Gaming here. Yeah, they're just going to keep going into the base. In fact, their ultimates are ready to go. Chaotic Offering RP being the big one, so they feel comfortable. Lift up in the air onto Swift ending. He does have Sunder if need be. He also has the Aegis, so remember, out comes the Chaotic Offering in the background. Rubik is dropping in the midst of that. So is Sand King. It looks like he manages to get away barely. But Rubik's going to be picked off. TA putting an auto attacks onto Magnus, though. At least gets him killed. Now getting to chase out Earth Spirit. But over here you have Terrorblade diving into the base. Still has Sunder, in fact. Going to take on the tier 3. Well, Sunder is teammate right there as it goes back to full life. So double kill for NT at least as he finished off the Earth Spirit. But now they're going to go on. Havos jumps in with the Epicenter. But Swift ending. He doesn't even give two shits. He's going right for the melee racks. In that Metamorphosis form, the Sandstorm's not going to scare him off. And down goes the melee racks. And now he'll find the Sand King. And a couple of auto attacks later gets the kill. In the end, obviously help as well from the Ember Spirit. TA is now trying to get more pickoffs. It will actually pick off Warlock, so essentially a triple kill for the TA, but the middle racks is destroyed, and EPG will now reset things. So they lose all their supporting cast, but the cores stay alive, especially the Terrorblade, who's now level 23 after that. He still even has the Aegis, and the AC is also going to be next in line now. Did he finish the Butterfly? I assume he did. Oh, no, he's actually switching his mind. Okay. Oh, that makes a lot more sense then. So he's actually switching it up completely. He's instead going to be going to full AC now. Instead of that Butterfly. I guess perhaps the MKB is what is going to result in that decision here. It definitely makes a lot of sense. So he'll just sit on that quarterstaff for now. In his backpack right there. And again, not the biggest lead, only a 4,000 net worth lead here for EPG. 4,000 experience lead, but definitely a chart, a sign of this is going straight up for EPG, and the likelihood of looking back, not really there. I mean, TA She is a threat, in fact. Is that a Divine Rapier queued up? It looks like it. Definitely feels like one of those games. Ember Spear bottom lane. Lincoln goes off immediately, but he could not react in time. He has a cheese. Slide a fist, and there we go. Didn't even need the cheese. And now he finishes his Mjolnir on top of that. So the AC and for Terrorblade, pushing out with the Empower, of course. Satanic also queued up on him. 3,000 more gold to come. Avost simply trying to stall. Lotus Orb, though. They cause issue with that. In fact, Avost taking a lot of damage as well. Silence on top. The boulder smash well played by Earthspear. Now Swift Fending low, but he has a Sunder. He's going to use it right there to Ursa. Ursa all of a sudden having to play very defensive. Yoku trying to get out with that. A Rage Pop, but out comes a chaotic offering. He had to BKB. Didn't even use it, though. He goes down 65 seconds. He's going to be dead. No buyback. Down goes TA as well. He has a buyback. Uses it immediately, as does Havost. Comes in with the epicenter. It's only hitting Magnus, though. It's not even enough for the kill. That looks like it's going to do it. GG, well played. EPG will move on to the next round and face Vega Squadron as they take out Cyber here in Game 3 of this best of 3. Congratulations to them. Very well deserved. Overall, just a pretty clean series from them. Said Ember Spirit especially, all 3 games. In the hands there of Ping Vinsec. Played very well. He went 6-0-7 this time around. But also fun to see that Terrorblade there, who Swift Ending, much different game for him. 12-0-8 on the Terrorblade. Yeah, they could not kill the cores, and if you're not killing the cores, you're not winning the game. Is pretty much the case at that. So, well played by EPG. And again, moving on to the next round. So you take a look at the brackets. Obviously, this isn't updated, but you get an idea. We had Friends, a.k.a. Comanche, winning the first series, so they'll play Empire in the next round. And then we have Vega Squadron will take on EPG now in this matchup here. So that does mean we're going to come to a conclusion for today for our broadcast here. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Tomorrow, I'll be back, though, ideally with a co-caster. I know, guys, it's, my solo casts aren't necessarily the best. I do apologize. My co-caster had to leave there after the first game of this series, but did my darnest. Hopefully I made it entertaining enough, and should have a co-caster returning tomorrow for the broadcast here. But anyways, those matches, Pro Dota versus Spirit, and then Penta versus Effect should be happening tomorrow. That's set to happen at 11 a.m. Eastern, 1700 Central European Time, here for the Starladder I-League Invitational Season number 2 European Qualifiers. But until then, guys, Breaky CPK wrapping things up here on the broadcast. Shout out to you guys for tuning in. Shout out to Dota Starladder and BTS for having me on. And I look forward already to seeing you guys tomorrow here on the broadcast. All right, so have a good night, guys. You can follow me on Twitter and Facebook, as well as my Twitch channel. I'll see you then. Until then, congrats once again to Friends, as well as Elements Pro Gaming for today.